Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back. So today's video is going to be a bit long one. In this one, I'm going to be covering the hero tier list, and you can see that I've moved my screen on the right side so we can have the tier list on the left. Now, this is a very requested video by a lot of players because a lot of players have confusion onto which hero they should be investing in, and I hope that this helps you out. But this is not like a official Nexus release. This is something that I have managed to decipher over the time I have played this game. If you do not agree with this idea or this tier list, that is completely fine. The video will also cover which hero matrix you should go with and which hero matrix is going to best suit that hero. So starting off, we have the trash tier list. Right down at the bottom, it's all these blue heroes, right? They are trash. The only purpose they serve is that their mementos are meant to help level up heroes above them. Next up, we have E tier. In the E tier, we're going to place all these purple heroes except for, let's say, Dante, because Dante is a very good jungler, so I would keep him out of E tier at least and put him into D tier. Alongside Dante, I will also put Pam Pam, Clave and Valai, all three of these, into the D tier list because these are the best gathering heroes inside the game, and you will be running them even in endgame because there is no legendary gathering hero. Okay, moving on now to get to the fun part. We have the legendary heroes. So first off on the list we have Thoma. Thoma is also the first legendary you may actually max out or get her to the point where she is usable. Thoma is a general hero and a C tier hero. She is best suited with the cover directive array, which increases the skill trigger chance that she has, makes her become decent. Thoma is also suited to artillery marches because she deals physical damage. Next on the list we have Zelem. Zelem is also a general hero and will be placed inside the C tier. Just like Thoma, she runs the cover directive array and you should aim for the skill trigger chance. She is more suited to infantry units because she deals elemental damage and has disarm trigger. Next up we've got Hardy. Hardy is also a general hero. He is also Seer tier, runs cover directive array just like the other two, suited to artillery units because he deals physical damage and also has a chance to leave the foe silenced for 25% trigger. Also has a very huge physical damage on his last one, but that is all from Hardy. Again, cover directive array. Next one is Lawrence. He is also a general hero, C tier, cover directive array, and a good jungler. Salazaria, general hero, C tier, cover directive array, good jungler. Kairos is also general hero, C tier, cover directive array, good jungler, has a bit of healing as well. So that covers up all the C tier heroes. Next we move on to B tier. First on the list in the B tier category we've got Hino. So Hino is a paid hero, by the way. He is suited to artillery heroes and is best suited with the outburst directive array, which gives him disarm resistance over here. S0 heroes are good if you run them with disarm resistance, especially on the artillery. Next up we've got Zafar. Zafar is also a artillery hero and B tier. Just like Hino, you should run him with outburst directive array. Next is Jameis. Jameis is a general hero in B tier. Cover directive array unlocks in season 3. He has a very huge boost to both physical and elemental damage. Violet. So Violet is suited to infantry, is B tier. Best matrix is restraint directive array. So the more she disarms her opponent, the more damage she can deal. So run her with the restraint directive array. Next on the list we've got Van Gura. Van Gura is a tank hero, B tier, storm directive array, which also will give him healing and is good against silenced target. Next on the list, Samuel. B tier, Storm Directive Array again. Samuel also deals more damage to silenced targets, so Storm Directive Array is very good on him. Moving on to A tier, we've got Cuta. Cuta has built-in disarm capabilities and also some damage reduction. So she is A tier as a hero, and you should also run her with Restraint Directive Array so you can disarm your enemy more and more. Sintra. Sintra is an artillery hero which is also A tier, so you should run her with the Outburst Directive Array so you have a chance of disarm resistance. Nara. Nara is a tank hero, A tier, and once again hers should also be Storm Directive Array because she has silencing skills. Bakari. So Bakari is a artillery hero, A tier, should run him with Destruction Directive Array. Bakari has good survivability. He also provides shielding for his teammates, allies in the hero-led team, so having even more survivability with more damage dealt and 60% of damage dealt converting into healing, you can make a pretty good survivability kit. This is very important in artillery heroes because artillery by default has very low HP. Bonnie is infantry, A tier, runs best with War Shelter Directive Array. Why? Because she has a berserker skill in which she goes completely bonkers in a rage state and starts launching attacks. So War Shelter Directive Array is going to make sure she heals. She has healing skills on default too for damage dealt. So War Shelter buffs this even further. Once this is active, she can't actually activate her other skills. So this is why War Shelter is very good on her. Tricky to master, but with this build you should be running a pretty good Bonnie. Next up on the list we have Oppo. Oppo is a tank hero with A tier. He can stack vulnerabilities on his enemies and once again should be run with Storm Directive Array. Next on the list we've got Sophia. Sophia is an artillery hero, A tier, with Outburst Directive Array. She provides a lot of damage buffs, and that is it for the A tier heroes. Next up we're moving on to S tier. First S tier hero we have is Nameless. Nameless is a tank hero and should be run with Storm Directive Array. He has the ability to trigger coordination, making him a very brutal hero. So in coordination, when any hero in Hero Assigned Army launches active and onslaught skill, there is a 35% chance to launch the hero's first and third skill in collaboration. This earns him the spot on S tier. Magni. So Magni is a general hero and he earns his S tier spot by being the one hero that is very hard to kill. Basically Magni never dies. Run him with Cover Directive Array to have even more skill trigger chance to trigger Impervious. Miriam. Miriam is also a general hero and S tier, has Major Attack Directive Array as the matrix. I'm not recommending Cover Directive Array here because her skill have a 100% chance of triggering, so even 50% is very good. Cover Directive Array is kind of a waste on her, so go with Major Attack Directive Array. She can provide buffs, she can provide healing. Oralaith. Oralaith is infantry, S tier, so go with either Restraint or War Shelter Directive Array with her. Restraint because she also does disarms. With Restraint Directive you can do even more disarms. She also reduces all physical and elemental damage that enemy teams deal, which makes her a very good hero, earning her the spot on S tier. Bame. So Bame is a general hero, S tier, with Cover Directive Array. She is a powerful healer, but her skills have a low trigger chance, so Cover Directive Array gives her a boost to trigger her skills. This one has a 100% chance, but these two are very good skills as well. She is a support type hero which deals damage and also heals your team a lot. Next up is Larhan. Larhan is a tank hero, S tier, run him with Storm Directive Array. Now this hero can heal and cause Berserker cast, which makes one enemy team with the most units goes berserk. That berserk team cannot distinguish between friend and foe. Next on the list we've got Animox. Animox is an artillery hero, S tier, should be run with either Special Combat Directive Array or Destruction Directive Array. So Animox has this skill to negate all negative impacts on all the hero assigned teams, which is a very good skill to have for artillery. It means if you are disarmed, he can dispel that debuff. Animox also has a chance to deal physical damage 3 times randomly to enemy teams, but what makes him a true killing machine is his third skill, which increases combat speed for hero assigned armies and also has a 70% chance to perform 2 attacks in round 1, 2, and 3. And the last hero we have is Medelia. Medelia is S tier infantry hero and should be run with War Shelter Directive Array, so you can deal a lot of more damage, and her built-in skills also deal a lot of damage. You can see that you are dealing on max 13720 elemental damage to one random enemy and reducing the damage targets deal next 2 attacks by 50%. This is a very huge debuff. Next up, now this is a very long skill. In the first round, concentrate the induction field to shelter teams inside the hero assigned army. In fourth round, unleashes the induction field with full force, dealing damage coefficient 20,000 elemental damage to 3 enemy teams. So it's dealing damage to all 3 enemy teams. The induction field effect. Now this defines what the induction field actually does, which effective reduces all damage received by all teams inside the hero assigned army by 15%. Immediately heals unit for 35%, and of course there is more. So damage received each time damage is taken. This is something that is triggered, like immediately heals unit equal to 35% of damage received each time damage is taken, while also increases damage the induction field deals by 5% each time hero inside the hero assigned army launches one skill. So this is a very, let's say, long description, but she's doing a lot in this one skill called Relentless Banner. Luminous Prison. So after any hero inside the hero's assigned army launches skills 4 times, deal damage coefficient 11,000 elemental damage to 2 random enemy teams. The damage increases by 10% each time it's triggered. So this is a very broken hero, and that takes us to the end of this video. I hope you found this guide helpful. Hope you have a fantastic day. Please do hit that like and subscribe button if you're still watching up to this point, and I'll see you around.